In the late 18th century, as the storm of revolution swept across France, a group of young English poets watched with awe and excitement. The French Revolution was not just an event, it was a promise, a bold declaration that the world could be reshaped. The ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity rang through the streets of Paris, igniting the hopes of those who longed for a society free from tyranny and oppression. For the Romantic poets, it was as if a new dawn had arrived, filled with boundless possibilities. William Wordsworth was among those deeply moved by the revolutionary spirit. As a young man, he traveled to France, where he was captivated by the passion of the people. He walked the streets of Paris, listening to the fervent cries for justice, watching as ordinary citizens demanded their rights. He believed he was witnessing the birth of a better world, one where freedom and equality were no longer distant dreams. His early poetry reflected this idealism, celebrating the power of the people and the promise of change. His close friend, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, was equally inspired. Enthralled by the Revolution's vision of an egalitarian society, he even dreamed of creating a utopian community, a pantisocracy, where all would live as equals, free from the corruption of monarchy and aristocracy. To him, the Revolution was proof that such a world was possible. But revolutions do not always follow the paths their idealists envision. As the Reign of Terror gripped France, with thousands falling to the guillotine, the hopeful cries of liberty, equality, fraternity were drowned in blood. Wordsworth, once a passionate supporter, now recoiled in horror. The dream had become a nightmare. Disillusioned, he turned away from revolutionary politics and found solace in the tranquil beauty of nature and the inner strength of the human spirit. His poetry shifted from radical enthusiasm to a more reflective, personal exploration of the world. Coleridge, too, abandoned his revolutionary zeal, turning instead to philosophy and religion in search of deeper truths. Yet, while some turned away, others refused to let go of the Revolution's ideals. Percy Bysshe Shelley remained steadfast in his belief that freedom and justice were worth fighting for. He saw the Revolution not as a failure but as a lesson, a warning that true change must come not through violence, but through the awakening of human consciousness. In The Mask of Anarchy, he called upon the oppressed to rise like lions and overthrow tyranny, not with swords, but with their collective strength. Lord Byron, ever the defiant spirit, carried the revolutionary flame within him. Though he came of age after the Revolution's most turbulent years, its legacy burned in his poetry. He stood against oppression, celebrating rebels and outcasts in works like Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. But Byron was not just a poet, he was a man of action. He fought for Greek independence, embodying the very ideals of liberty and fraternity that had first ignited the Revolution. And then there was William Blake, the visionary, who saw in the Revolution something far greater than politics. To him, it was a cosmic struggle between oppression and liberation, between darkness and light. He believed that monarchy and the Church had long shackled the human soul, and the Revolution, despite its excesses, was a moment of reckoning. In works like the French Revolution and London, he captured both the suffering of the people and their longing for a world where they could finally be free. The French Revolution did not shape the Romantics in a single way, it transformed them all differently. For some, like Wordsworth and Coleridge, it was a lesson in disillusionment, leading them to seek meaning in nature and personal experience. For others, like Shelley and Byron, it remained a beacon of hope, a cause worth fighting for even after France itself had turned away from its revolutionary ideals. And for Blake, it was a spiritual battle, a sign of humanity's eternal struggle against tyranny. But one thing is certain, liberty, equality, fraternity was not just a slogan, it was a force that shaped an entire generation of poets. It taught them the power of ideas, the cost of change, and the resilience of the human spirit. And in their poetry, the echoes of that revolutionary fire continued to burn.